So, especially to our audience, if you don't know, you should know, me and my ex, Nicholas, are officially over. Haven't talked, not going to talk. I'm trying to keep that solid over here. I need to be alone, and I need to be okay with being alone. But with that comes this void, this empty feeling, or these feelings where I don't know where to put it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Where to put your feelings after a breakup. Because, y'all, it's hard. Okay? Yesterday, terrible. I don't know why in the world I do this thing to myself. My best friend calls it emotionally cutting. And I was listening to Trey song. I got confused with it too, right? So she was like, it's when you listen to music and it like cuts through your emotions.
Oh, okay.
When she first said it, I said the same thing. I was like, let me see your wrist. And she was like, no. I was like, oh, okay. Like, that's literally the same thing. But when she explained it, I said, okay, I got you. But Love Lost by Trey Songz came on from the Ready album.
A classic album.
A classic. And that's my favorite song on the album. And I love that song. So no, I'm not going to turn it. I was like, oh, that's my shit. The way it comes in, the lyrics, he even references Aerosmith. I said, go ahead, Trey. But yesterday, it really hit home because that's what is exactly happening in my life. And so I'm going 70 on 45, and I'm trying to get it together. All of a sudden, just one tear the next. Before I know it, I can barely see the road. I was like, "What, Typh? I don't know where to put my feelings. I don't know where to put my feelings. Songs are making me cry randomly.
Triggers, yeah.
Thinking about him makes me so upset by the way he handled this letting me go type of situation. And granted, maybe in the long haul, I pray that I'll figure out, this was what was best for the moment. Mm-hmm. So, but for right now, I don't know whether to be like, damn, I miss him, or take a back to his headlights.
Right.
The void is just so, range of emotion is just so, and I don't know what to do with it. So have you all ever been in this type of situation where you just don't know whether you're coming or going left or right, front or back when it comes to breaking up with somebody?
I can't say, so my breakup after 11 years wasn't quite like that. I was more Jasmine Sullivan's first album, About to Go to Jail.
Bust the Windows? Was that on the first album?
I mean, if they had windows, I would bust them, but they didn't have any. Oh. And I love his grandmother, so I wouldn't do anything to his grandmother's house. But, yeah.
Like, his grandmother's house?
I said I wouldn't do anything he didn't have his own windows. I wouldn't do anything to her house. I love her. So, no. But honestly, like when you're saying what you did with your feelings, for me, once we broke up, it was like, okay, you know what? I put so much into him, and I allowed him to just take over so much of my feelings, my energy, my space. I had to refill that void with me. I started traveling more. I started going on vacations. I literally focused on me. And at the same time, I had to look at, because I knew that this wasn't going to be my last relationship. I knew that, but I didn't want, how you hear all the time, people break up and they carry it into the next relationship, and then it's just bad relationship after bad relationship, going forward. So what I had to sit back, and it was hard. I ain't even gonna lie. It was hard. But I had to be like, Typh, what part did you play in this? Because I can't blame it all on him, because the relationship was too deep.
Right.
And so I had to come with myself, like, Typh, there's things you could have done differently. There's times you should have spoke up. There's times you should have just said no. Because sometimes people will keep doing stuff because there's no repercussions. and there's no consequences. So they're going to continue doing it. You have to hold them accountable. And so it just got to a point where, you know what? I had to understand the part I played in it and how to move forward. And that's really what helped me heal. I started loving me more because now it's like there's not a void. That void is me and Jaya. Like him being gone, life continues.
True. It's just because I always say it does take two to tango. And when I think about my relationship with Nicholas, I know like I could have been a lot nicer about certain things. But then also, like you said, I should have stepped up and been like, no, we can't allow this to continue to happen to me because you're doing these type of things. Because he didn't have a problem with that. If I was doing something he didn't like, he would just tell me, no, don't do that. We're done with that.
Same way.
Exactly. So when I felt like when I really like think back on it, especially the past 3 years, I just feel like I'm playing his game. You know, granted, I'm an outspoken person, but I'm also the type in a relationship that is I'm very simple. Give me two things and we're good. So everything else is kind of, not to say up to you, but, you know, if you want it.
The ball in your court.
Right. Yeah. Like if you want it, you can have it. Yeah. But then also, while you know that, you're taking advantage of that. You're taking me for granted because of it. And even with our first breakup, when he broke up with me, you know, the next couple of days, he's on my phone talking about, hey, I just hope that we can still be cool. Why are we still not talking every day?
Why would we?
Why would we? Why would we? And I still went back in that same trap thinking, okay, yeah, if I give him conditions on what I want, well, then he'll do that in order for us, and then in hopes that we'll be back together. And that never happened. And then it eventually got to,
He reeled you back in.
Reeled me back in, gave me what I wanted, stopped giving me what I wanted, and then now I'm just sitting here arguing with the fact, trying to get that back, and it's like, okay, what happened? What are we doing with that? And now that it's like kaput, I don't want it back. I don't want to say that I don't need it back, but I know I don't need it back right now. It's just where do I go? Because honestly, truly, when people suggest, hey, you know, you got to get under somebody to get over somebody, that does not work.